Mr. Jones here. I'm going to show you the basics of how to draw the inside of a room. So first thing you're going to start with, even though we're inside the room, we're going to draw just a very light horizon line. Okay, some people just like to have that for reference within the room. You'll see where you can use that later. But you want to draw it very light because most of it's going to disappear as you go along. In the center of your page, you're going to put a vanishing point. Okay. Now we're going to draw the wall that we're facing. Now if I draw a tiny square, it's going to look like a long hallway. We want this to be more of a room. But if I draw my square too big, it's not going to have enough floor space for me to put furniture. So I might kind of do a medium-sized square here. Could be a rectangle. Again, draw very lightly because you want this to disappear. Or you're going to have to erase a lot of stuff as you're going along. Okay? So I just draw a nice rectangle here. Got a lot of stuff in the way. Again, you don't have to use a ruler for this. You can use just anything that's a straight edge. Because all you're using it for is to draw straight lines. Okay? It's okay that it's not centered on my picture. That's fine. So I'm going to put my ruler on the vanishing point and on the corner of this square, and I'm going to draw a line going off the paper. Okay, and this is going to be my roof or ceiling. Sorry, we're inside, so it's the ceiling. Put my ruler on the vanishing point on the corner here. Don't just draw. You're not just drawing a line to the corner of the paper. It has to go to the vanishing point. These lines need to go towards the vanishing point. So I put my ruler on the vanishing point and on the corner down here, and I'm going to draw a line down here. Now you see I have a wall, I have a ceiling, I have another wall about to appear, and the floor. So I'm going to put my ruler on the vanishing point and on the corner here, draw a line there. Now anything I put on here, if I put a picture on the wall, something like that, I'm facing it, so it's so I don't really have to worry about perspective there. Now one thing you want to make sure is that you put your furniture on the inside of the room. Now a simple table, instead of starting, most people would start by drawing the top of the table. You actually start by drawing the side of the table, like that, the side that's facing you. Then you draw the top, because these lines are going to go towards the vanishing point. So I draw a line there, draw a line there. And again, it's just like a little skinny cube like we did before. And I'll put my line there, and I'm going to draw a line like that. Okay? Close that off like that. Erase all this stuff. That's why I said you want to draw lightly so you can erase that. Now I could do the same thing to create a bed. I would just make it thicker. Okay. Now I'm going to do the legs of the table. So I would draw legs. I'm going to make them cylinders. So I'm going to make them curved on the bottom. So here they're going to be the same height because we're facing it. So they're just going to be the same height. But what about the back legs? A neat way to do it is to put your ruler on the bottom leg and on the vanishing point. And now if this was a glass table, I'd be able to see the leg, but since it's a solid table, I'm going to make it a solid table, you're not going to see it. So now I'm going to put my vanishing point on this front leg here, and now I'm going to draw the back leg is going to come to about right there. Okay. Now if I were to put plates or something on the table, they have to be those elliptical squished things because we're looking at it from an angle. Okay. Now if I wanted to do any other kind of furniture, like let's say a chair, like a cozy chair, again I'll start with the side of the chair first. Okay, so the shape of it's kind of, there's the back and there's the seat like an L. Then I put my ruler on the vanishing point and on the edge here I'm going to draw a line that way. You don't have to draw a line that goes all the way to the vanishing point. Okay? I'm going to come down here, draw a line to the vanishing point. Because if you know where it's basically going to stop, you can kind of So where even though these corners are rounded, I'm still drawing a line from the vanishing point. So I drew a line from there and there and there and there. Okay? Now if this part's curved, this back part's going to be curved. If this part's going down like that, it's going to go down like that. If this is going forward, it's going to go forward. If this part's curved, it's going to be curved. And then I can just erase all these extra lines I have. Don't need the wall line there. And if I wanted to make it look a little bit more like a couch, I could add like cylinders here like that. Another cylinder here like that. And I end up with kind of a cozy looking couch. Okay. Now if I wanted to do lines on the floor, I put my ruler on the vanishing point and I would draw the lines like this. Because the lines are going away from me, they would head towards that vanishing point. Okay. I'm not just going to draw lines going straight like that. That wouldn't work. So remember, lines, you always have to worry about the lines that are going away from you. Head towards that vanishing point. Now, your picture has to have a window. It could be on either wall. It has to be on one of the side walls because I want to see you do it in perspective. So I'm going to draw a line like that and start that way. Then from the top of that line, I'm going to draw a line to the vanishing point because this line's going away. It's going to head towards there. I would do the same thing if I were drawing a TV on the wall or a painting on the wall because the lines that are going away are going to head towards that vanishing point. Now if this is a window, that's why I can leave that horizon line there, because now I can make that like something on the outside of the room. Now this looks flat. If this were really a window, we'd be able to see the thickness of the wall. So I'm going to draw another line here, like this, line going there. I'm going to draw another line going to the vanishing point down here, like this. Draw a straight line there, and now it looks like an actual window. Okay. Now, like I said, this could be where the mountains are, and there could have like a river outside or something like that. So I could use that horizon line that I had there before as part of that. Okay. Now, a lot of furniture is real simple, so if I wanted to do like a stereo system or something, I'm going to draw the square in front of this line because it needs to be inside the room. Okay, and then I'll draw my things there, do that. This could be a speaker, it could be a table, it could be anything. So a lot of furniture is like that. If I write anything on this wall, I can't just write it on the wall. I can't just write it like normal. That looks like it's floating in the middle of the room. It's not right. I have to actually draw a line going to the vanishing point, another line going to the vanishing point like that, and then I write my words guided by this. Now when I'm doing the E, that top and bottom of the letters are heading towards the vanishing point, so is this one. It needs to head towards the vanishing point. And that, now it looks like it's actually on the wall. Okay? Now a lot of people ask me, how did I do a fan? Okay, what I did was I drew sort of a cylinder, and then another cylinder where it's connected to the ceiling. But for the blades, what I did was I drew an ellipse, and then I just broke it up into my fan blades like that. Okay. Get another one if you want. Okay. And that's not really perspective, that's more about the elliptical curve. Okay. So your room, you can add as much stuff to it, but it must have the window on one of the side walls. You must have at least 3 pieces of furniture, and it should be colored in when you're all done. Good luck.